Hi everybody, I'm Robin, and these are my reflections, and today it's the birthday haul. So I did one of these last year. It was super excited to be able to look back at it again this year, so I wanted to do another one this year. Every year, I celebrate my birthday for like 4 to 6 weeks. I start at the beginning of Gemini season, and I either take it through the end of Gemini season or all the way through the end of June, and anything I do, anything I receive is all like birthday stuff, like I'm like, oh, I'm going out for my birthday, or oh, look, I got something for my birthday, even if it's just like a pre-order that came in and it just surprised me and showed up on my doorstep, or a Kickstarter that surprised me and showed up. Those all feel like gifts from the universe. They're really gifts from me, but they're gifts from the universe. Yeah. I had to cut myself off, to be honest, because it was getting a little out of control. You'll see. I was like, I cut myself off, I think about 2 weeks in, but I still had Kickstarters come in, and then a couple of people gave me some things. So I just wanted to show them all. I do have walkthroughs of a few of these decks already. And if I do have those, I'll let you know. And if I have space, I can only put 5 cards, but I'll put them in the cards up there. But if I don't have a walkthrough of something at this point, it's not on my list. I'm not planning to do a walkthrough of it, but if you see something here that you're dying to see a walkthrough of, let me know and I'll add it to the list. Okay, so let's get started. So this is the Kids Tarot. This was a gift from a subscriber. I love it. It's colorful and fun. The guidebook is lovely. It's giant pictures with really kid-friendly advice, I would say, in the book. And then the cards are like oracle size, like Hay House Oracle deck. Like if you have like one of the Hay House Angel Tarots by Radley Valentine or the Sufi Tarot, it's like they're like that size and around the same kind of cardstock. But look how pretty. Oh my goodness, they're so pretty. Yes, and there's the light and the glow. I feel like that's like a theme for me right now, the glow. I want glow. I want everything to glow at the moment. Like I want everything to be bright and glowy. So this hit me right where I needed it. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. This deck is beautiful. It's gorgeous and definitely kid friendly. So check out my walkthrough if you want to see more of that one. But yeah, this was really exciting when I got this one in. I was so excited. And thank you to the subscriber who sent it over to me. I counted it as a birthday gift because it came right at the beginning of Gemini season. One of the decks that I bought myself, this is this one I got from the Llewellyn Con sale. They had a 35% off coupon, and I purchased this deck with that coupon. And this is the Earthwoman Tarot. This is a new one from Los Carabeo. I have a walkthrough coming. This deck is fantastic. And again, as you can see, the glow is a theme for me. This everything that I'm gravitating towards right now glows like this. It all feels very bioluminescent, So I'm into it. I love the energy of this deck. I think it's gorgeous, like stunning. And the cardstock on this one is their nice swishy mat that they've been doing. I think the Enchanted Garden had the same cardstock, so if you have that one, it just feels like the details and the light and the shading and just the way it's rendered, and even the fact that all of the borders are different, and so they like match the energy of the card. Even though it's an Earth Woman tarot and it is about people being in contact with the earth and being out in nature, it still feels very celestial because I feel like I'm drawn to a lot of the patterns in the sky, the stars, the moon, the sunsets and sunrises that I see in the skies. So it's like a mix. I really love this deck. I really love it. But I did a walkthrough and I think I did some pairings in that. So yeah, check it out. If it hasn't come out yet, it's definitely on its way. So watch the space for that. Look at this Four of Swords and this hammock. I love it. Even with the like moon phases and the butterfly. So yeah, this is the Earthwoman Tarot. So this one is the Affirmies 2. I have talked about this a couple of times on the channel in the last couple of videos. So I think people probably have seen this one. Let me zoom in. This is like a little cursey, affirmation-y style, inspiration deck. And I love these. And when I was doing a video, I was doing the description box for my Affirmies 1, putting the link, the Amazon affiliate link. Shout out to people who've been using those links. it's only a couple of cents, and sometimes I get it and sometimes I don't, but I really appreciate all of the people who use those because I spend a lot of time putting them down there. So I appreciate it when you guys use them. But yeah, I was putting the link for the other deck and I saw that this one was out and I was like, oh, I gotta get this. Like I purchased this thing without even thinking. I think I was still creating the description box and purchasing this like in the middle of it. Like I just didn't even think twice. I just bought it. And I'm very happy with it. Um, yeah, I had a little bit of a gift card left over. So I purchased this one with the gift card. And the other thing that I bought with that gift card was this one. This is the Christ Consciousness Self Mastery Oracle deck. This has been on my wish list since it came out. And this deck is amazing. The book that comes with it is fantastic. I've never had a deck by Amanda Ellis. I'm just going to take out some of the cards here. There are, I think, 44 or 50 cards. This is half the deck. I've never had a deck by Amanda Ellis. I hear her Metatron Oracle is pretty amazing as well. The cardstock on this is not the best. It's warpy and like you can see like when I hold it, it like does that sort of thing where it's like fluffy. I hate that. But I really hate it. But I don't care because the cards, the way it reads, and I think the real power in this one is in the guidebook because there's so many good messages in here and it's so supportive for someone who is trying to live their life with that Christ consciousness. So I really love this. So you can see that the keywords are on the side. So it says humbleness, modesty, and humility. And I think I got the biblical tarot, which I haven't opened yet. Miracles, manifest, and believe. So I haven't opened the biblical tarot yet because someone was telling me in the description box of somebody's video or in the comments, I was talking to someone and they were saying that because the thing that I didn't like about the biblical tarot was I didn't feel it had enough diversity. I wanted it to look like it was taking place in the Middle East. I think a lot of the scenes were meant to look like they were in the Middle East, but everybody didn't. Nobody looked like they were from there. I don't find that with this one. I find that this one does feel like it culturally appropriate as far as the skin tone. I didn't feel that way about biblical tarot. And so since I didn't feel that way, I mentioned it somewhere and someone said that the creator was thinking about making a second version and making it more culturally appropriate. So I was like, maybe I won't open that deck and just wait. And maybe I'll rehome it to someone else and it'll be brand new and then I can get the new one. So I'm waiting on the biblical tarot. But this I think is going to go really well with that once I actually decide if I'm going to open it or not. I think they're going to play well together. But this one is not AI. This is definitely been painted and it's stunning. The artwork is soft and kind. The way it reads, even in the book. I mean, there's some hard messages in there, but they're said with love, and I love that. I love that about this deck. So yeah, I've been really loving this one. This one's been on my bedside table. I actually had to bring it in for my bedroom to show it to you guys. So just really quickly, you can see the guidebook. You can pause that if you want and take a screenshot, but it's a lot of writing. Like every one is like a full page, and this is a big book, so one page in a Hay House deck would be maybe 4 pages, I think. So I think that this has been on my bedside table, and I've been pulling a card and reading a page from this every night, and sometimes journaling about it. It's been great. This is a fantastic deck, and I'm so glad I bought it. I'm so glad I bought it. And things like the fact that the cardstock is all wonky and that this box is in one of those shiffer boxes that I dislike. Although I think I don't like these boxes because they don't feel secure, but they actually never have popped open on me. So, that's just all in my head, to be honest. But I've really loved this deck. This is the Christ Consciousness Self-Mastery Oracle. This was a gift from a friend. She sent it to me for doing readings for her. This is the How to Be a Moonflower deck, 78 ways to let the night inspire you. This was on my wish list because I have the Wildflower deck and I was curious about this one. I wanted it. You know how you want the pair, And so now I have the pair, but I will say that I do prefer the Wildflower deck because this one doesn't have, the Wildflower deck is the same artist's beautiful imagery on the front, but on the back, they're quotes. Most of them are quotes. Some of them are like nice, inspirational sayings or messages, but most of them are actual like quotes. And so it feels more inspiring. And these feel more like actions to tell me to do things at night, which I'm not going to do. It's like write a list of intentions, go stargazing. Like I'm not doing these things. And then suddenly I was like, maybe I should, like this one is more open, embrace mystery. But I was like, maybe I should take out all the ones that I feel like I would never do at night. I'm not just going to get up. Like if I'm doing this at night, I'm not going to just get up from my bed and go stargazing. I'm not doing it. So I was like, maybe I should remove the ones that I know I'm not going to do. But then it was like taking out maybe like 20, 30 cards. So I said, no, I'll just leave them in there and we'll see how it goes. They're very beautiful. So what I've been doing with this is pulling cards for other people. I haven't really been using this for myself. Look at this beautiful image. What's on the back? Grow a moon garden. Like, I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not growing a moon garden. I'm not doing it. But the pictures on the front, I feel like when I finally get to start using this, I'm probably just going to use the pictures and ignore the back. But with the wildflower deck, I love the messages on the back. Take a night hike. Yeah, I'm not doing that either. So yeah, that's my hot take on the I mean, it's not so hot. I've had it for a little while now. But yeah, that's my take on the how to be a moonflower deck. I do think it's beautiful. And it's been working nicely for some of my like pick a cards for other people. But as far as like longevity in my collection, I'm really not sure how I'm gonna be using this. I don't know, but we'll see. But I am excited to have it and finally have the pair, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes this summer as the summer wears on. So this one is the Rainbow Tarot. This came as a pre-order. Chronicle Books had a fantastic sale last year. I want to say it was during Black Friday where everything was like 50 or 60% off. No, everything was like 40% off. And then you got like another 25% off if you signed up for their email or something. So everything was essentially 65% off. So I bought 3 decks and this was one of them. Even pre-orders. So I pre-ordered this one because I've been curious about it. You know, I mean, it was an indie deck. It was an indie deck. And when it was indie, I saw it on Meredith's channel at the Spiritual Oasis Empowerment. And I just thought it was interesting, but not interesting enough for me to buy it. But when I saw it was going mass market, it was on my radar. So when I saw that sale for Chronicle, and you know how you have to buy enough to get free shipping, this one was one that was already on my radar. So I was like, oh, I'm definitely getting this. And I think I ended up with this Avian Tarot, and those were the 2 pre-orders. And then I ordered something that came right away, the Story Oracle. It came right away. But anyways, this is the one that just came. So I think that this is fantastic. I didn't think I was going to like it when I opened it at first. I opened it, I looked through all the cards, and I was like, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of colors and it's weird and it's like strange. And I don't know. I don't know about this. But I promise you, I did a couple of readings with this and I'm in love with it now. It reads beautifully and it's gorgeous on the table, as you can see. Um, yeah, I love this. I think this is a great RWS clone that anybody could use. It would be a great gift to give to someone. And the edges, the presentation of this is stunning. So yeah, I like the backs. I actually like these backs better than I did the indie backs. And the cardstock is nice. So I'm happy with this. So yeah, yay to the Rainbow Tarot. I'm here for this. Came with a really great guidebook too. This guidebook is something else. And that's why I was like, I would definitely, this is a good, you know how you have those decks that if you were thinking about, like if you ever had like someone ask you for a deck, what would you gift them? This is one I would definitely give someone if I think they would like the art style, because the guidebook is very supportive. And look at this box. They did this box now. Like, yeah, Chronicle Books did that. That is so much fun. When I opened it, I was like, oh, this is cool. I think their cat tarot is similar to this. I don't have that one. I want it. I should get it, but I'm always like, I don't need another cat deck, you know? So this is the Rainbow Tarot. All right, sticking with pre-orders. These were Kickstarters. So this is the Afterlight Tarot and the Anino Oracle Lenormand by Leonard Jim Narciso. I did a walkthrough of the Anino Lenormand. I tried to do a walkthrough of the Afterlight Tarot, y'all. I tried. I think I did this. I think I made this video 3 times, maybe 4, before I finally felt like it was like right. I kept turning off, the microphone kept cutting out on me, a whole lot of technical problems. And then when I tried to edit it, I kept editing it, and it was long because I had to piece it all together, all of the parts, because I kept having technical issues. So I would go through like an hour or two of editing the video and then delete it by accident. Like I would accidentally just delete the video after I'd already edited it. It happened twice, y'all, twice. And then I was just like, you know what? Maybe it's just not meant for me to make a video about this. So I just deleted all the footage and kept pushing. But I did do a walkthrough of this one, and that one, if it's not out already, will be coming soon, of the Lenormand. My hot take on this is I prefer the urban incantations because my eyesight is not the best, and this is hard to see. The urban incantations has the same sort of impressionistic filter that he put over the cards, so I would say they're sister decks, both done in a similar art style, but with a different vibe. Like this one definitely feels more magical realism, more otherworldly, and the urban incantations, as the title um, suggests, feels very urban, feels very down to earth. So I prefer that one also because I think maybe the limited color palette, but I don't think it's the limited color palette as much as it's the filter. This filter has a lot of big dots on it and stuff that make it hard to see for me. The guidebook for this deck is very clear about what you're supposed to be looking at. Like he tells you like 4 large glasses and the guy is doing this, and he'll tell you everything that is going on in the card and all the layers. But sometimes I found that even after I've read the entry and he's told me everything that I'm supposed to see, I still can't see it. Like I can't physically see it. So that's my take on this one. But I was excited to have the both because I noticed that they weren't the same images, but the same style. And I thought, oh, I could keep this one out for summer and spring and keep urban incantations for winter and fall. But I don't know. I don't know about this. I don't know. We'll see. These are the beautiful bags. They're so gorgeous and dreamy and magical. So I don't know. I don't know what this will be in my collection at the moment. It just got here, so I haven't decided yet. But I do enjoy Leonard Jim Narciso's decks, and this was my fourth and fifth one from his collection. So from his creations. So I am, I'm happy to have it, and I will see. I will see how it fits into my collection, or if it fits into my collection. I know that the urban incantation I love, and I was hoping that I could find a way to work this one in as well. This is the Anino Lenormand. I love a Lenormand deck, and this one is nice and bold and easy to see, and as like a when it's in like a big spread, it looks good because it's just easy. The only thing about this one that I think people might want to be aware of is at the bottom of every card is that copyright. That could get on people's nerves. It's very small because the cards are poker size and it's tiny, but I know a lot of people that might bother people. It doesn't bother me per se, but it does draw my attention sometimes. So if it's drawing my attention, I know that it's definitely gonna probably bug other people. So just be aware of that if you're gonna pick this one up. But look how stunning this is and how easy it is to see the images of exactly what you're looking at. So yeah, I love this. I'm here for this. Lenormand, and these are the beautiful backs. And it does come with some zodiac cards as well, which I don't know if I'll ever use a zodiac deck, but if I ever want one, this is definitely the one I'm going to use. This thing is so cute. And it came with some extra man and woman and child cards. I think there was a boy and a girl. So they're all sitting in the bottom of the deck here. You can get this one on Make Playing Cards now. So if you would like a copy for yourself, you can find this one on Make Playing Cards. And this, I don't know. His decks they kind of can be a little bit elusive. You can check his website. You can check Parliament, Parliament or Parl Lumen. That's how you spell it. Studios, and see if you can find it there. Sometimes he has them available and sometimes not. I've seen them pop up on Tovada sometimes. So, the best way that I find to get his decks are from his Kickstarters. So I always, like, if he has a Kickstarter and I'm going to back one, if there's another one I want, he usually offers a lot of them. So that's how I usually get them. This is another Kickstarter that came in. This is the Fantasy Night Theater Tarot. I got the mini and the full size. I didn't get the special one. There were 3 versions. This is the backs. These are the backs of the full size, and the full size does have this little border, and then the mini is borderless with a different back. But I'll show you really quickly just so you can kind of get a feel for these. I have a walkthrough of these side by side of the mini and the full size. These are very pretty cards. And I like the energy in them and how active they feel. And they feel quite nostalgic to me because I grew up in the theater and I spent a lot of my 20s in the theaters, in actual theaters, working. And so I think that this kind of stuff just feels nostalgic to me. It feels like my life. It feels like my people. These feel like my people. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I was a circus performer in another life. I don't know. But I love this. I love this deck and I've been using it. The colors I feel like are maybe not what I'm looking for at the moment. Like I said, I'm looking for a little bit more bright and more light. The deck feels a little bit dull for me at the moment in this season. I don't think that the deck is dull at all, but I think in the fall this is going to really be like something I'm going to be reaching for real, for real. But right now I'm just not feeling the colors. I think it is. But I think that this is beautiful. And this is the Fantasy Night Theater. And just let me really quickly show you. I just want to really quickly show you the mini so you can just kind of get a feel for the difference. So the backs of the mini look like that. And then the cards are borderless. These are some slippery little cards. So they're borderless. They don't have that border around them. And they are about the size of a US Games 10 deck, one of the larger ones that fills the 10. You can see how it fills the 10. It's not short or anything. So it's about that size. And yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. And I'm glad to have both. I think I could see myself traveling with this one. Not that I ever use. Listen, I don't really do a whole lot of traveling with tarot, but I use my minis for clarifying and I keep them around when I'm doing readings for friends, just in case I need like a smaller deck to clarify something on my table. So I can see myself using this one in the fall for that. And the big one I love because it's big and I can see it very well. Another Kickstarter that just arrived. I actually think there's a Kickstarter in my mailbox, so I might need to go get that before I post this and make sure that I add that to the video because it's still Gemini season technically. So we still have one more day as I'm filming this. So this is the Gourmet Tarot. Yeah, y'all, I went back and forth about this. I think I backed this in like the final hour, for real, for real. Like it was like it probably was like a few minutes left of the Kickstarter when I finally was like, okay, let me just back it. Because I find that with scribbleless decks, I like this paper band. You can get them on Tovada later always, but they're more expensive that way. It was cheaper to get it on Kickstarter. So it was interesting. It was intriguing to me to have another food deck. Like I have the Pasta Tarot, which, if I'm being honest, I have a lot of trouble reading with because of the suit name changes. I love the images in the Pasta Tarot, but something about it is, I don't know, I always get confused when I'm trying to read with it, even though the images make sense, right? They make sense. So I don't know why I can't read with that deck, but I have a hard time with it. Maybe I'm thinking too hard. So I thought maybe this one would be easier, but then I went and said, well, how would this be easier? There are not even any people. It doesn't match the RWS scenes. But I think the guidebook is what got me. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at the Hierophant. Okay, so we have lasagna. It says the Hierophant represents tradition, spirituality, and education. In the Gourmet Tarot, the Hierophant is depicted by a comforting and classic dish of lasagna, symbolizing the importance of tradition, structure, and the passing down of knowledge through layers and generations. I mean, that's brilliant. Speaking of the Italian tarot, it's brilliant. And I thought, I just thought it would be fun to have this. Love this death card. I can't remember what it said in the guidebook, but I think it was on. Let me look. Death represents endings, transformation, and an actual death. And in the Gourmet Tarot, death is depicted by a bowl of rice. As in many Asian cultures, rice is offered to the deceased as a symbol of nourishment for their journey to the afterlife. So yeah, I thought I can learn something about food traditions around the world. It's a beautiful deck. I know that Scribblus makes quality stuff. Um, and I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was cool, you know? I thought it was cool and interesting. And I think my collector brain kicked in and was like, no, I need this in my collection. You know, even if I don't read with it, I kind of just want to have it. Like, look at this moon card. Like, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I wanted it. So I got it. I backed it. And it came this month. So I consider this part of my birthday haul. That's the Gourmet Tarot. I have one more here. That came as a gift from a friend of mine from Etsy. She loves Etsy and she stays on Etsy 24/7. She introduced me to Etsy. And this year she sent me this from Etsy. She said they were having a very good sale on it. I don't know what the sale was, but you might want to check it out if it's something that you're interested in having. I didn't even know that this was back on Etsy. I thought that this was on Make Playing Cards. But she got the one with the book and everything. So I was very excited to receive this. So let's open it and see. Now, I didn't get the Flow Tarot because why didn't I get the Flow Tarot? I think I felt like I had enough photographic decks in my collection already. And also I think I watched Laura's walkthrough of Aquamarine 18. And I remember her saying that the suits are flipped or something was different about it. I can't remember what. And I was like, my brain, I just don't want to deal with it, you know? But I'm excited to have the full guidebook because I remember seeing it on Make Playing Cards thinking, wish it had a guidebook, you know? And I knew it had a guidebook and I was like, oh, I missed the one with the guidebook. But I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't. The backs are so beautiful. Like the whole deck is beautiful. I've seen walkthroughs of this. And I'm really excited to have it. It has keywords on it. So I think I can use it as like a tarot or an oracle. The abundant source for the Empress. Vast network for the Emperor. The channel for the Hierophant. That's interesting. Oh, and this is what's kind of looks like what's on. Well, no, this is what's on the book. Yeah. So this is the Lovers, enduring union. The union between the ocean and the land. The Chariot, the flow. Strength, the quiet power. This is really beautiful. I'm excited to have it. The cardstock is really nice. The book looks amazing. So I'm excited to get into this. So this is the Flow Tarot by Rachel Torda. These cards are really slippy, very slippy. Kind of like MJ Collinane's indie decks used to be slippy before she switched her cardstock. It's the same, I think the same cardstock. It didn't come with a box, but it came with this pretty little bag. So I'm gonna just keep them all in here until, yeah, I mean, it works. That works. That'll do. That'll do. All right. So Etsy. I got 2 decks off Etsy. Now, I told y'all I got a little crazy. So it wasn't just the Amazon orders from the Kickstarter. What have I bought so far? I had to cut myself off. No lie. I cut myself off. But before I cut myself off, I bought these 2 decks. I bought Affirmies. I bought Earthwoman, which was I think the last one that I bought before the cut. And the Christ Consciousness order. So it was Affirmies, Christ Consciousness, Earthwoman, and these 2. So 5 decks I bought in 2 weeks, y'all. In 2 weeks, I bought 5 decks. It was crazy. So I had to cut myself off. After that, I was like, no more for the rest of the summer. But these 2 decks are called the Shadow Spirit Self and the Ethereal Shadows Oracle deck by Midnight Oracle. Now, Midnight Oracle they are Etsy seller and they do a lot of oracle decks, these little like tarot sized oracle decks. They're usually 40 cards. The last set of oracle decks I got from them was the cat and dog one. It was this. I always say when I pull it out, I can't remember where I got them. This is where I got them. This is the Etsy store I got those cat and dog decks from, if you've ever been wondering. And this is what she has now. The cat and dog decks she doesn't have anymore, but I've been into shadow work lately. I've been reading a lot of books on shadow work. Um, I got a couple of shadow work journals in, and I was doing shadow work for a long time this year. I'm not doing it currently, but I don't know. It's just, this was like something I just wanted to start integrating into some of my readings for my friends as well, because I've been doing it for myself, and I think I'd like to provide those sorts of readings for my friends as well. So I thought these might be nice. And so I've mixed them together. I always buy two of her decks and mix them together because it makes 80 cards. They're nice. This make plain cards like waxy stock, easy to shuffle. So it makes a nice hefty deck. So the this one has the black borders, ethereal shadows, and it has stuff like self-compassion and spirit awakening, relentless craving, making peace. It has the not only the title, but you also have some advice and then some keywords. So this one says mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. And then 3 keywords: control, power, and repressed. And then you also have the image to work from. So then with this one, find wholeness. Bring together fragments that complete you. And then the keywords: acceptance, inner peace. And so that is the Ethereal Shadows Oracle cards by Midnight Oracle. So I guess maybe people were having trouble remembering where they got her stuff, so she started putting her name and stuff on the back. I noticed that as like a trend with Etsy deck creators. They've started to put like words and their shop name on the back of the cards. I don't love that trend, to be honest. I don't like to see words on the back of my cards, and I also don't like to see pictures that, like, if there's like a picture on the front, I don't like that repeated on the back of the cards. But what can you do? What can you do? The backs are what they are. So this one is the Shadow Spirit Self Oracle, and it has the white borders. And this one is stuff like the shadow stuff that's happening and then advice on how to fix it. So this one says, out of sync. You feel like you can't keep up with all the changes. Take a breath and do only what must be done now. Vicious cycle. You feel stuck in a pattern that you can't escape. Change one thing at a time until everything shifts. False front. You try to blend in, but you feel like an outsider. Be your authentic self. Let your freak flag fly. So yeah, I thought that these were going to be, I think I'm going to be using these, put them in my little Hocus Pocus bag that I got from, what is her name? Moonlit Faye, when she was having that $10 sale. And yeah, I think these are going to be great to be able to offer those types of readings for people. When I think I'm ready now to offer those types of readings for people, and I think these are going to be supportive in that. So I'm excited to have these. So again, this is from the Midnight Oracle shop on Etsy. I'm glad that I found the shop again. I love the other deck that I have, the other 2 decks that I combined just like this, and they became one, with the cats and dogs from her. Those 2 are out of print at the moment, but she has some good stuff on there. I did notice that before, my cat and dog deck were like stock images, and now it looks like she's using more AI stuff. So that's not the best, but I think that I'm going to get a lot of use out of these decks. So I'm excited to have. I was right. This Kickstarter was indeed in my mailbox. It came with this beautiful velvet bag and a sticker. No, it's a cardboard box. I mean, a cardboard. I don't even know what this is. It's like a sparkly signature card, and then the deck. So I got the large one. They had a smaller one as well that I think was borderless, but there was something about the large one that I wanted instead of the other one. I think it was the cardstock that I was more interested in. So it has like a foil on the front and the sides. And here's the back. Elemental Strength Tarot is what it's called. No more. I was like, oh, please don't let there be more. Oh, look at the edging. That's fun. It feels like laser tag or something. And the backs. Oh, they're pretty. They're glossy, very glossy, but I don't know if it's not picking up on camera, but this star has like, I don't know if I can make it do it. It's not, there's not enough light in here. It's getting dark. But this star is similar to the edging here. It does that sort of rainbow glow, silver rainbow glow. It's very pretty. So it looks like, yeah, so we have it in one language in the front, and then in the English is in the back. Okay. And the front, you have the thumbnails. The back doesn't have thumbnails. But that's okay. There's a lot of extra pages back here. I feel like they could have put thumbnails because there's like a whole lot of blank pages in the back. I wonder why they did that. So that's the little book. And I think, yeah, because I think it had the King of Pentacles on the bottom. So here's the full. Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. So I think maybe it was the gloss I was intrigued by. Could have been the linen that I didn't like, because sometimes I feel like linen dulls colors. Or it might have been the border. Might have been that I wanted a border because they're so busy. I don't know, but I picked this one instead of the other one. And I like it. I'm here for it. So, all right. Yeah, this is fun. I think I'm going to like this. So yeah, this is the final one. This is the final one in my my haul. Oh, these are fun. There's like alien meets video game meets comic book meets sci-fi. I really like the artwork on these. I don't think I have another deck like this because it's not something I'm normally drawn to, but I think it was the elemental aspect of this, because if I remember correctly, like, yeah, all of the cups were they're the minors are really elemental, um, super elemental. So the wands are really fiery, the cups are really watery, pentacles are given pentacle, and the swords are really airy. I'm back. So I was editing that and I was like, where's the closing? Where's the outro? I don't know. I don't know where it is. It's gone off into the ether. So here I am again to say goodbye. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I promise you all of the videos are not this hectic and chaotic. Most of them are like just normal videos. If you've never been here before, well, I don't know. I don't know. You'll have to ask the people who watch. So I feel like they're normal. Maybe they're not. But anyways, if you'd like to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle. And so as far as the links go, I'm going to try to get them up in the description box before the video goes live. But if I don't, they'll be up eventually. You can check back. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye-bye.